Hello specimens. This video is very different from what I usually make. This is about Seamus. So we got Seamus when he was closer to 8 weeks old, I believe. I believe that's what it was. So he had to have been born in like July maybe, because we got him at the end of August. So yeah, of last year, like 7.5 to 8 weeks old at that time. So he was a little teeny tiny puppy. So that means, so he's gonna be 9 months at the end of this month, or at some point this month. That's how old he is now, and he is definitely a little scoundrel. He is getting older, and he was a very hyper puppy when we got him. That means when he gets older, he is definitely going to be more mellow, because that's how dogs are. You want to get the really hyper dog, because or hyper puppy, because when they grow up, they'll be more calm, because they'll use up all that energy, basically. But when you get a really calm and serene puppy, you're gonna get a hyper dog. So yeah, he likes playing tug of war, as you might notice. He loves playing tug of war. Yes, he does, because he thinks he's such a tough dog. He's so tough. He is so strong. Go get it. And then he's gonna bring it back to me. He's gonna want to play a little more tug of war. So I taught him how to play fetch, but he prefers playing fetch with this kind of thing than anything else. He doesn't really like to play fetch with balls. He doesn't like to play fetch with twigs or sticks so much, but he likes to be able to play tug of war combined with fetch. So that's how he is. And he doesn't know the word fetch. He does not know the word fetch. He knows go get it. So yeah, it's really weird. I wasn't really meaning to teach him fetch, but that's what I ended up doing. It was like a pure accident that I taught him how to play fetch. Here Nate has been trying to teach him to play fetch, and he would say fetch, and Seamus would just sit there like, what? You say go get it, or play tug of war with him while you're trying to teach him. He learns fetch. Drop it. Go get it. And then he will decide when he wants to stop. So at some point soon, he's going to get tired out and want to go take a nap. It took me about 3 months to teach him this without even teaching him it. So, yeah. Boom. A boom. A boom. And I tease him, yes. It gets him to want to chase after it. And go get it. And what is this toy? It used to be a fox. There we go. And I didn't say go get it, so that means he's just gonna play with it right now. Some more stuff about him, personality-wise. He is stubborn as heck, which is pretty standard when it comes to beagles. The barking, we didn't teach him to bark much. I mean, I did, so like he kind of barks a little more than he probably would have if I hadn't taught him to bark. Yeah, but that was a mistake. So yeah, but he barks a little bit here and there. He mostly barks when he's excited about something, as most dogs do. Come here, look at the camera. Look at the camera. You see the camera? Yeah. He is a mama's boy through and through. He goes ballistic if I leave the house and I don't return within a minute. He pretty much he's just a little bit calm. He starts whining, but he's pretty calm when I take out the garbage, or I've done the litter boxes and I take out the bag of bad litter, or if I go out and check the mail. So I'm usually back within less than a minute or to a minute, depending. So he go get it. So he just watches out the window, waits for me to come back. I come back and he's like, "Hey, you're outside." And then I let him outside so he can sniff my foot tracks or something like that. Yeah, so he's pretty calm about that, but if I leave, like to go shopping or go to the library or something like that, and Nate's home, he will still freak out if I leave for that long. And he will start whimpering and whining and barking and howling and pawing at the windows. And he'll just freak out. You need to go outside now. That's a little bit about him. But then when Nate leaves, Seamus will paw at the window. He will whimper. And then that's it, pretty much. He's only freaked out a few times. That's usually if he had been kind of like hanging out with Nate, just like laying on his lap a lot, or snuggling up to him, because he is a big cuddler. And he's freaked out a couple times because he's like, "Hey, where's my friend? Where's my buddy?" So yeah, usually like if he's been like bonding with Nate, he will freak out if or when Nate leaves, and it's usually when, because Nate leaves a lot. I've gotten so used to it that he can sometimes, like, he'll wake up when Nate's about to leave, like say he'd be sleeping, and he wakes up, watches Nate leave, and then he just goes right back to sleep. Seamus's relationships with the cats is rather complicated. He likes the cats, but I don't think they like him. Gizmo cannot stand Seamus. He avoids him as best as he can. And he's coping better than he was at first, but now that I've been slowly building a kitty apartment complex out of cardboard boxes from Aldi or BJ's, which is kind of like a Costco, the cats have been coping so much better because they have an official place of up, which is something that is very important to them and to me, because I have watched a few clips from My Cat from Hell. And yeah, cats need places of up. They need somewhere they can jump and be out of the dog's reach. And it's their thing. Yeah, the cats have their place of up. I have a few toys in there. And it's all cardboard, of course. So cats love cardboard. They're boxes, so they're happy. And yeah, so it's coming together rather nicely, which is good. Yeah, like Sweetie would have a twist tie that she likes to bat around, carry around, and chew on. And then Seamus would steal it from her. So they have a bit of a love-hate relationship. Sweetie likes Seamus. She doesn't mind him being near her. Really, she doesn't. If he's sleeping, she will sometimes, if she's cold, she will lay up against him. She won't like cuddle him or anything, but she'll lay with her back to him. So that's a sign that she does trust him, because he doesn't try to bite at her. He mostly licks her face, and she doesn't really like it all that much. Like siblings, they argue over toys and stuff. Like Sweetie will bat at him and he will bark at her, and she will bat at him again and he will bark at her. If he invades her personal bubble, she will swipe him and he will yip and whine and yelp and whimper and cower away. And now Seamus wants to, depending on the kind of music. He likes music. He likes to listen to slow piano music. It's really soothing to him. He likes country music sometimes. Ethereal? However you say it. If it's like mystical and soothing and has like nature sounds in it or new agey kind of style, he likes that. But if it's like really hyper violin music, he will just go crazy because hyper music makes him tense and start to run around the place, gets him all hyper, and yeah, hyper music, hyper dog. That's basically it. So if it's soothing music, calm dog. And he listens to soothing music when we put him in his crate. When we have to go somewhere and we can't bring him with us. Hates the crate. He hates it with a burning passion. He hates it. But when we put on the soothing music, it takes him about 10 to 20 minutes to calm down, depending. We don't really know because we don't stick around long enough. So we try to leave as soon as we turn on the music and put him in the crate, and then we turn off the lights. Are you okay? He sleeps is probably one of the most adorable ways a dog can sleep. He will start off all curled up, just like any dog would, all curled up. But once he's like completely zonked out, he will stretch out and lay on his back with his paws up in the air. And it is probably the most adorable way I've ever seen a dog sleep. And I've never seen a dog sleep like that, and it's just so funny. He's just a very smart boy. He's very, very intelligent. He will listen if you approach him the right way. Like telling him to get down, telling him down. A lot of it is down that I can think of about him. He's definitely got a personality, and I can't imagine not having him. I barely remember what life was like without Seamus. Barely. Yeah, I definitely feel like a mom to him, and I'm just really happy. He's become such a really nice dog. He's always been a really nice dog. He's so loving. I kind of can't wait to have actual children to see what he's like with them. I know he'll be the bestest big brother doggy in the world, because he's the bestest puppy in the whole world. And nobody can tell you any different. Alright, so I'm going to go and edit the crap out of this video. And yeah, see you next week.